What time is it? It's Mr. Pickles time, yeah! You know it's been time. Oh, look, he sees them. They fell off the top. I bought 20 of these. The only thing is one of them only grew so big, so what's this? Whoosh! Hey-ya! Get it, Mr. Pickles! Oh, yeah. It's Mr. Pickles eating times. That's what we want. Let's throw them all in there. See what he does. Oh, see ya. Hasta luego. These are some big ones. Let's see. Look at this. Look at that. They're pretty. Look at that horn. That's a hornworm. African bullfrogs love hornworms. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's like a buffet. Oop, sorry. It's like a buffet. Oop. Got a whole pile of hornworms. There you go. You're missing them. Oop. Nope. The only thing that's brutal is these things go to the bathroom and their little turds stink. They're like sour smelling. Oop. He's got a whole pile. Oh yeah! The party has begun with Mr. Pickles time. Yeah, that's right. See what he does. Look up there. Look at. Just be still. You just sit still. Oh, someone's not getting the memo. I can see some movement. Doop. Oop. Hey. Really, Mr. Pickles? Get it. Get it. Look how cute he looks. Mr. Pickles eating it up. That's right. All right, let's give him some help. Let's just give him some help. Let's move it on in a pile over here. Let's get right in a pile. Oh, see ya. There's always one. You can buy a whole. So you get them really small, and then they grow. It takes like a week for them to grow. Go. I don't know how you survive in the wild, Mr. Pickles. Hey. Hey. Oh. That's not me. That's Tank. Really, Tank. He's got the hiccups. Tank's got the hiccups. He's watching Mr. Pickles eat. Tank's lazy. Oh. Mr. Pickles and Tank are best friends. Friend time. Really? Can you eat one, Mr. Pickles? Come on, eat it. Just eat it. Just eat it. Eat it. Go ahead and open your mouth and eat it. Oops, sorry. We're supposed to watch the video. We're not turning here to watch carpet, I see. I don't know how I can make this easier. Oh, oh yeah. Oh, look at that. Look at that. What'd you call that? It's like a trapeze artist holding on. I'm going on a swing. You just hold my hand. You just hold my hand right there. You just hold it. Look at. You just hold it. You just keep holding it right there. I'll bring you on in. I'll bring you in. If he eats that one too. Come on, eat it, Mr. Pickles. Eat it. Eat it. Come on, eat the trapeze artist. Really? Mr. Pickles is like a big balloon. Come on, eat it. Eat the trapeze, partner. I'll try to wiggle it. Oh, he dropped it. Look at that one. That one's going to the bathroom. He's got the poop scared out of him. Oh. Sorry. Ugh. Oh! Mr. Pickles is excited! Oh yeah! Gotta make another. Oh, see ya. They love the blue ones. I try to break it up. So I'll do crickets. And then I'll do a mouse. And then I'll try to do these blue things. These blue things aren't cheap though. I haven't found them online. I usually just go to the pet store and buy a whole container of them. Oh, sorry. I'm trying to get it to where you can eat them. So that kind of breaks up his diet. Then I'll do earthworms. Earthworms, they love earthworms. But it's kind of like this. It's hard for them to grab earthworms. I was at Tractor Supply Company. Or is that? Yeah, Tractor Supply Company. And they have baby chicks and baby ducks. And I'm like, I mean, it'd be good to break up his diet. But I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't buy it. They're just so cute. I couldn't buy a baby chick. Like, yeah, it'd probably get a... Yeah, it'd be good for his diet. Really? I don't know how he can't eat these things. Eat it. Just eat it. Eat it. Eat it. Really? I don't know what that is. Wish you could spoon feed these. It'd be so much faster. Sometimes Mr. Pickles does not eat well. But I couldn't do it. And I definitely couldn't do it to baby duck. Baby ducks are so cute. So I wussed out. I was all walking in there acting like I was owning the place. Just like, you know what? I'm here for a baby chick and it's time. And I was looking at the baby chicks and I was like, there's no way I can do this. Baby chicks are too cute. Even though Mr. Pickles just sent... Oh! That one going over the Rainbow Bridge. And you want to know something? Sending them over the Rainbow Bridge, I mean, they're eventually going to do it anyhow. But when they're babies, they're so cute. So I... Oh! Oh! So I couldn't. So he's stuck with the hornworms. But that's what you got to do. I mean, I feed him, once a week. Yeah, I mean, he's not skin and bones. He's definitely not skin and bones. So, how often do you feed them when they're big? Well, it just depends. I guess you gotta kind of govern it by their weight. And if they look skinny, maybe feed them a little bit more. But once they get adult size, you don't really have to worry about them a whole lot. Because when they're hungry, they're hungry. They're feisty. But Mr. Pickles pretty much just chills the most. So he's not doing a whole lot. But when they're babies is a whole different deal. And I know a few of you are like so motivated by Mr. Pickles that you're like, you know what? I think it's time for me. And you're getting a cousin of Mr. Pickles, which is super sweet. And I gotta do like a video of baby care because you want that is one thing about these guys that is different than a Pac-Man frog. I had Pac-Man frogs for a long time. But African bullfrogs are a lot different. You got to be careful on if you want a big one like Mr. Pickles, you know, he's what is it? Is it a giant pixie? He's called a giant pixie. Well, there's also a dwarf pixie. And dwarf pixies, when they're babies, look a lot like a giant pixie when they're babies. But they don't get anywhere near as big. And then the other trick is, well, the males only get this size. See, in horned frogs, the females get big. So you're always wanting to get a female. Which I forget how you tell the difference. I don't think you really can when they're babies. But African bullfrogs, you really don't know if you got a male or a female. I found out there was like, when Mr. Pickles was growing up, they hit like the 3-inch size. And one day his head looks big, and then the next day it doesn't. And you know, you're like going online, you're like looking at pictures of tops of heads, and you're like, yeah, this one looks like it's, you know, got a bigger head. Then the next day it doesn't. And you're taking all these top pictures, try to see if he looks like a male. It wasn't until one night, he took it right on my tweezers. One night, because he was in the kitchen, his cage was in the kitchen, and our bedroom is off the kitchen. And one night I'm laying in bed, and all of a sudden you heard, "Bleh." And I was so happy because females don't make a sound. If you get one to make a sound, it's a boy. And then I knew his name was right because we already named him Mr. Pickles. That's Tank snoring. Really, Tank? So, but that's that. You know, you just don't know. You know, I think, what is it? Once they get over 5.5 inches, a dive into the pile to eat it. I don't think females get bigger than 5 inches. I could be wrong, but that's the other way you know if you got a boy or a girl, if it goes over 5 inches or whatever the maximum size for females. It's just really tricky to tell the difference between a male and female when they're little. You know, there's a few people that kind of get a good, you know, it's like they kind of see it, and usually they're right. But you just, peace. But you just don't know. There's no way to know until they make a sound or they get bigger than a female. But when they're babies, these guys, when they're babies, you need to feed them like every 2 days. Not much. But if they're hungry, like, you know, when they're the size of a quarter, you know, you might have to get some medium crickets and have, you know, some medium crickets in a container and just throw in a couple crickets every 2 days. Whatever they're going to eat. Because if they don't get their num-nums, that's the number one killer of these frogs when they're babies, and they don't get enough food. Because their little body's trying to get this big. It doesn't take long. It's like that first year, they put on a lot of size in the first year. Mr. Pickles is turning 6 years old this weekend. I should probably edit this so it goes on his birthday. I uploaded on his birthday. We'll see, because I'm not going to be in town. But if I can get it all prepped to where all I got to do is post it on his birthday. This will be his happy birthday dinner because it's only a couple days away. But I got to leave. I want to make sure he's nice and full before I go. He's babied and spoiled. So Mr. Pickles is turning 6 years old. It's been the best 6 years ever. He's so cool. We'll do a long video because it's his birthday. Happy birthday, Mishta Mishta. Happy birthday to you. Sorry, I didn't get a cake for you, Mr. Pickles. 6 years old. Man, I'm glad I remembered that. August 19th. So that's sweet. Man, that makes me reminisce. You almost gotta watch all the videos again. The first video that I ever did. Did you guys watch that one? I'm cleaning his cage. It's the first video I ever did on YouTube. Then he dropped that mega deuce. Hoof. That was funny. He's always got some trick up his sleeve. You never know. You never do know. That one got, I think that video is well over 1 million hits. Because he's so hilarious. Don't be sheepish, Mr. Pickles. You know it's true. So it's his birthday. We got to do a video on how to do baby frogs. Of course, it's just what I told you. It's every 2 days. You'd want to do it. You want to feed every 2 days. If you want pretty better success than normal, just try to feed every 2 days. You know, worms, crickets, cockroaches. What else is there? Probably these hornworms. I didn't ever fed them these hornworms. I bet you they would have been great. Then you could get into like frozen. Like if you can get them up to frozen pinky rats. You know, they're like the frozen baby rats without any hair. Oh, did you suck that right off the ground? Dang, Mr. Pickles, you got skills. Because rats have bones, which is calcium. Mice have cartilage. There's no calcium in mice, so they get fat on mice and rats. I mean, they'll get obese. If you see like right now, he's holding a lot of water. He's gonna pee all that out, and he'll look pretty normal. But if you ever see one that just looks like he's a huge balloon, and the color of his skin's a little weird, it's because they're feeding mice way too much. It's just nothing but fat. So, yeah, you don't want to do that. You want to break it up. You want to feed mice on occasion. Or rats, I mean. And the thing is with rats, too, it's like, you can't feed a live rat. They'll do damage to your frog. Rats, oh man, they'll if they don't get the rat right by the head and that rat starts biting, it can do some mega damage to your frog. That's why usually if you're gonna feed a rat, you want it to be a dead frozen rat that you thawed out. Mice are nowhere near as nasty as a rat can be. So that's why you'll never see me feed Mr. Pickles, even a rat the size of a mouse, like once a rat kind of gets into adolescent mode, they can be nasty. So I mean, you can do whatever you want, but I'd strongly try to steer you away from that idea. But rats, you know, their bones, it's free calcium. These guys are loaded with calcium. That's the number 2 thing you want is if you're feeding all the time. Crickets barely have any calcium, and you know, Mr. Pickles still needs to grow his bones. So he needs calcium. So you want to get like a good powder. I think you saw in one of my videos where I used calcium powder, and you sprinkle it on the crickets, and then he'll eat that, and then you're good. But you got to make sure when he's growing that he gets his calcium. Mr. Pickles' bones are like steel. Oh, I think he's done. I had bought 20. There's 4 left. He ate 16 huge, fully. I mean, I might put these guys out in the garden because they're about ready to go into a cocoon. They're that big. But yeah, that's you know, it's, I know there isn't a whole lot written out there for these guys, but you know how cool it'd be to get an albino African bullfrog. I've never seen one. We call him the sun because he'd be bright yellow and about the size of the sun. Well, there's the birthday boy right there. Birthday times with Mr. Pickles times, yeah. It's always great times when we're watching Mr. Pickles, yeah. I think he's done, guys. Yep. See how he turns away? He says, I'm done. 16 of them. It's a lot. It's a big meal. So there we go. I hope that helps you guys. Another little informational video. Oh, look at this. Oh. Yeet. Oh. We got him making squeaky sounds. And Tank making tooting sounds. Tank don't care. So there you go, guys. I'll try to get this uploaded and on because it's what day is August 19th. Is that a Sunday? That's very, very close. All right, well, we'll get her done. You guys rock. Keep leaving me messages. Leave a comment. I try to like them. I read them all. I read every single one. Usually they make me smile. But yeah, leave a comment if you have any questions about babies. If you're getting a baby, you got any questions, you can go on Mr. Pickles. What is it? Mr. Pickles and other African bullfrog. That forum we have with Mr. Pickles. You could any questions you guys have, feel free to put it right on that Facebook forum. I'll try to leave a link. Or you can go into a couple other videos if I can't get the link up. And you can get the links. I put it on a few of the videos. And yeah, we'll just rock it out because it's happy times. Life is better with Mr. Pickles around. That is faux show. 6 years. 6 years and counting. They said it couldn't be done. Oh, it's done all right. It's not even close to being done. It's continuing. All right, guys. See ya.